And so last week, we talked about different ways to share. So we talked about, just using them organically in your life. So using your oils, using your products, keeping them in your purse, and using them when you're around people or in your home and people come over, then they see what you are doing. So it's not just something that you're posting on Facebook. It's not just something that you're trying to tell people about, but it's also something that you are truly incorporating, and then you are just kind of letting that be a beacon to everybody else. You're showing people what you are doing, okay? So there are a few different ways that we can share, and what I wanted to go into about tonight was actually the different presentations. There's so many, you guys, you can look online and you will find tons and tons of presentations, but I'm going to direct you to two different sources that I think are really, really helpful. And so let me just share my screen. Okay, so this is Vital 180. And if you have not been to this site, then I highly encourage you to check it out. So you'll have to register, but if you are a member on my team, then you actually have access to this, and it is a fantastic resource. So let me see if I can move that. I can. Okay. So one of the cool things that I want to point out to you is this Getting Started training course. So this can take you through everything. It's going to show you the comp plan. It's going to show you, and it's done in videos. So it's going to teach you about the products, but it's going to teach you about the virtual office, just all kinds of little details that will come to you step by step. And it's actually a little course that you can complete, and then for different ranks and different things will be added on there. It's really, really helpful, and see, I've done it. I encourage all of you guys to do that. But what I wanted to show you was the business in a box. So this site offers all these different classes you see here, but the one I want to focus on is Intro to Oils. So this is like your Basics 101 class. Again, you guys, if you want me to stop on anything, then you're just going to have to unmute yourself and speak up to me so I can take you through these different things. So this one has, let's just kind of look at the PowerPoint real quick. All this is just put together for you. Really nice slides. This would be kind of where you tell your story, and talks about the seed to seal. This is actually an outdated one. This is 10 everyday oils. So the Valor and the Peace and Calming is not in this one yet. That didn't happen that long ago, so everybody is going to have to do all of their updates on all of their classes and everything. However, if you decide that there's a class that you want and you need help and you would like to make some slides that match of the new oils, and let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you with creating graphics for that. So in any of your classes that you do, you're going to want to talk about how they're used and talk about the 3 different ways. And then this one is going to go into your different oils, and just very nicely done, okay? So that is in the Vital 180. And then at the bottom, or at the end, it's going to talk about your different options for starter kits. Now, if I am teaching on oils, then I will basically just talk to people about the premium starter kit with the essential oils. If I'm speaking on thieves, then I will talk about the Thieves Premium Starter Kit, and I will usually also talk about the starter kit with the oils, just like I would with Ningxia Red. If I were teaching on Ningxia Red, then I would present the Ningxia starter kit, but then I would still present the oil starter kit. That's totally up to you how you want to do that. You can talk about all of them, but sometimes there's so many options, and it can just be, it can be overwhelming. So I would recommend that you keep it to 2. Okay, now how do I get out of that? There we go. So another thing Vital 180 does that is really cool is they have flyers, they have invitations that you can send to people. All of this can also be done through texting. They've made their stuff very versatile. Here is some handouts. Oh, that's not it. Handout is here. So really nice handouts. And this is, you know, if you're having people over for a class that way, then you can give them these gorgeous handouts that tell you everything that you need to know, and your friends can go home with all of this great information. But also, if you do an online class, then at the end, you can put these in the comments and people can print these out for themselves. So the computer's great, but a lot of us really like to have paper, or, you know, we like to have things in front of us. So not everybody is okay with looking everything up on the computer. But so that is that. And the other one I wanted to show you. Here's one thing that I did not kind of go through. Oh, there we go. Okay. I didn't know if I could go back and forth between two different sites, but I can. So this is in the virtual office. All right. So hopefully everybody has been in there a little bit. But what I want to show you is if you go to over here where it says virtual office, you've got your member resources right here. But here's one thing that I want you to know about, and that's the link builder. So in your link builder, this automatically generates your number for the sponsor ID and the enroller ID. Okay, so all you have to do is click on that, and then here's your link. It generates it for you, so you just copy and paste that and you send it to your friend. Now, most of the time your friends will say, I want to order this, but how do I do that so that you get the credit? Because your people are really thankful that you have put that effort into them, and they want to make sure that they're supporting you and that they're not just supporting the company. Okay, they want to make sure that they are giving you the credit. And so a lot of times they will just ask. However, you do want to make it clear that you have a way for them to purchase, because you don't want them just signing up with Young Living and not being associated with you, because for one, you get a $50 thank you check from Young Living when somebody uses this link and purchases their premium starter kit, right? So there's that. And if you're doing any type of education or anything like that, you want them associated with you so that they can benefit from what you're offering. So that is the link builder. And then let's go to, and click on the member resources. And so see, here's the compensation plan, which, like I said, that is, you're going to go through all of that in Vital 180, or you can go through it here, but you definitely don't have to go through both. Let's see, in the business center, this right here is just like blank slides. So you click on it, it downloads to your computer, and then you open it up. And this is just if you want to create your own slides, if that's your thing, then this gives you like a footer and all that. And there's 3 different options of slides that you can do for that. So that's kind of cool that they give us that option. But then there's also, if you click on product education, here is where you have your presentations. So again, we're just going to focus on the Intro to Young Living, which is a basics class or a 101 class. For some reason it won't allow the screen share in the PowerPoint. So let's see. So, but you were able to see like where I went and how to get to it, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So definitely check that out for yourself so that you can see how the different slides work and how the script is there for you. And there's a lot of slides in that one. I mean, I think it's pretty thorough. I think it's pretty important that if you're going to do a class, especially if you have people there with you, you want to move through the slides pretty quickly. People do want to come and they want to see the information, but at the same time, there really, really needs to be time for you to connect with the people who have come there. So you want to be able to see what their needs are and see how these oils and whatever you're presenting, whether it be oils or thieves products or your supplements, like if you're teaching on Ninja Red, whatever you are teaching on, you want to be able to have the time to connect with people and to deal with them on a personal level instead of making the whole class be about your slides and your information. So that brings me to another point. I don't know if you noticed when we were looking in Vital 180, all of the different options that we have to teach on. So everybody is going to have their own niche. At least you will after working with the products for some time. So you will learn that there are certain things that resonate better with you and certain products and things that you are just much more comfortable with and that you'll be wanting to share more naturally with other people. So maybe it's the makeup, maybe it's the thieves products, maybe it's the oils, whatever that is. We have different classes, different presentations available to us to share with other people. So use what you're comfortable with and let that be your motivator. Let's see. And as far as the classes, there are multiple ways that you can do this. So you can do them in your home. You can do them online with like a Facebook class. So if you want to do a Facebook class, you guys make sure you write some of these things down if you want like specific details on any of these. Okay, if you want to ask me later on some of this, like and to create an event for a Facebook class, for instance, some people just aren't tech savvy in the slightest, and that's totally okay, but I can help you with those things and walk you through it if you want to connect with me later on that. But if you're going to do a Facebook class, then you would create a Facebook event and we'll just feed those posts into that class. Okay, so kind of like the Vital 180, how I showed you those different slides, we'll just make them into a Facebook class and we can do it that way. And the nice thing about that is I can help you. You don't actually even have to do it. I can do it for you and you can just be present. And you can be there to answer questions for people. You can even text me if you want, if you have some questions or you want me to answer it, or if you just want me to give you some info so you can answer it. It's a really good way to get one under your belt, okay? But one of my favorite ways, I don't know if you guys saw my little story that I posted the other day about my first class. So the first one that I did was almost a no-show. I had one person show up. And you know, you get so nervous because everything has to be so perfect, but it's not going to be perfect. And you know, just getting it out there and just getting one done is the only way to get started and get going. So take that on, and if you're going to have one in your home, then please just do it with some friends, with some people who are there to support you and to help you kind of fine tune what you're doing and to, you know, help you know what works and what doesn't. And in that same time, they're learning too. Okay? Did I miss anything? You guys have any questions? Hi, Joss.
I had to hide. I was eating. But yeah.
Do you have anything you want to add to anything about the classes?
No, it's just that just doing them. And like you said, do them with friends and just say, come over. And even if it's just come critique me, come critique me, and if they want to bring a friend, but just say, hey, it's just so I can get this under my belt. I want to do this better, and do some research on top of it, just a little bit. So as far as how to be comfortable, with your product, hold it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times what I like to do is speak to what I use, because I feel that is so much better. Because then if they ask me a question, then I have an answer. How many times a day do you take that, or how do you put it on, or what do you use it for? So, but
And
yeah,
you
great.
have to have all the answers though.
Nope, not a bit.
Okay, so it's really, really important to go into this knowing that you don't have to have all the answers. For one thing, there's too much. There's way too much, and you'll never ever be there, ever.
Right.
But
right.
on top of that, you'll just never get started if you feel like everything has to be perfect, and if you feel like you have to know everything and be able to answer everyone's questions. It's really okay to say, I don't know, let me figure that out, or let's look that up, let's figure it out together, or let me check with so and so. I'm constantly, I don't know, I'm gonna check with Jaws or Shelly or somebody. So I regularly will go to people in my upline or my reference books. So one of the other things that somehow reminded me is, you guys, if you aren't comfortable, if you don't like using the slides and all of those things, you don't have to do that either. So actually, one of my favorite ways to teach is to just sit down and get out the oils, take off the lid, and pass them around. So you open up your lavender and you send it around the room, and this is why I use lavender. This is what my kids love about it. This is what I love about it. And you know what? If you have a room full of people, you are going to learn other things. So they're going to talk about, oh yeah, my sister uses that for this, or you're going to learn. When you have a group of people in a room, they're much more willing to talk and give their input and feedback than they are, for instance, like on a Facebook class. Okay. So that is one of my favorite ways. Now you can do those slideshows and you can plug them into your TV and do a nice big presentation, but you don't have to. So do whatever you're comfortable with. And if you want me to come and do a class for you so you can see how it's done, then I would love to do that. And I'll do it for you a few times, to help you get comfortable so that you can do it yourself. And then one of the other best ways that you guys can help to get people into your classes or incorporate them into some of this information, you can add them into our other stuff. So if somebody else is doing something, you can just put them into those, okay?
So are you going to take a road trip to Ohio?
Oh my gosh, I'd love to. I would love to. I've missed you. It's made me so sad that you left, but we can still work this out. There's still things that we can do.
Oh, definitely. And like I told you when I moved, I'll be back this summer and we'll definitely spend some time together. Yes,
that's great. Lisa here, she moved right after she signed up. So we haven't really gotten to work through some of this stuff yet. My kids are asking me questions. I'm whispering like you can't hear me to them. Yes, go. Okay, so you guys, do you have anything else? Lisa, we'll talk and we'll see how we can do this, because there's different ways. We can do it online. You can stream me in if you want, or we can do a Facebook class like what we talked about. Or if you feel comfortable enough, just invite some people over.
Yeah. It's just easy to share. I mean,
I know for my first one, I want to do a Facebook one, because I know so many people in Kansas, Ohio, and even some other states. And I think that I've got a better chance starting that way, at least with the way I feel comfortable in front of people, and getting that done first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So another thing about that is the way that we invite people matters a lot too. So Facebook events have gotten really abundant. So plugging people into these Facebook events it's okay, but give them a call. Give them a call and ask them to come. So let them know that you personally really want them there, that you're not just plugging every person you know into this event, hoping.
That makes a huge difference. They need that personal invite.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
And you know what? You guys are all business women, actually. So this whole concept isn't new to any of you. You know, so like Shelly, for instance, if makeup is your thing, we have the Savvy Minerals. So that might be something that you get really comfortable with and that you like sharing on that, because you can actually have people over and share those particular products with.
Yeah, that is one thing I wanted to look into, just like Josh said that, or maybe you said it, about having the research. You know, do a little bit more of the research. And I haven't really ordered any of the Savvy makeup items. I've been kind of reading up on some of them, but I'm kind of intrigued with the Thieves line right now. So
it's great.
I started following that hashtag on Instagram, and you know, to see how to do those Thieves bombs and how to make those with the baking soda and so forth. And that's kind of intrigued me. Yeah,
you guys are so much awesome information out there on how to use our stuff. I mean, just free education and information. It's just amazing how much we have as far as resources go.
Yeah.
So did you get your Thief stuff yet? Did it show up?
Yeah, I did get my veggie wash the other day.
Oh, awesome.
So
okay.
Yeah, I did get all of it. I mean, I don't know why I never did YL Go, because that comes fast. I placed a quick order one day, and then I did my ER order, and I went on YL Go the next day, and I got that order. I don't remember when I got it, earlier in the week, and today I got my quick order. So it came like 5 days later.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've noticed is it's a huge difference on how fast we're getting our stuff on that. But how cool that you don't have to add that shipping cost to your order every month, that it's already taken.
Right.
I love it. Love it. All right. Anything else? I did try to go through that pretty quick so that we'd have time to talk about any of those things if you guys wanted.
Well, and sometimes doing the little DIYs, if you have them at your house, is kind of nice too. It kind of makes hands-on. So even if you're just making a little, whatever, like a little lotion or a a roll-on or a spray, they're so simple to make.
Yeah.
And you've done a lot of those with the kits even. But I mean, there's ways to do it without even having to purchase a kit. But the DIY kit, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes. Well, okay, I will speak to that for a second. I love the DIY kits. So you spend $60. You're not getting any points for it or anything, but you get enough for, is it 5 or 6?
6.
Okay.
6.
So you get enough for 6 lotions, 6 spritzers, and 6 lip balms. Everything that you need is in there except for your oils. And it is one of the most laid back ways you can possibly do a presentation. So what I do is I have all of that stuff, and then I just kind of do like a basic, really fast 101, because I want to tell people about the oils that they're using so that they know what they're going to pick for the different item that they're going to make. So if they're making a lotion and they've learned about lavender and it's really calming, then they know that they want a calming lotion, then they're going to use the lavender. So it's one of my favorite ways. And if you're ever afraid of being salesy or feeling salesy, that is the best thing to do is the DIY.
Yeah.
It's fun. And people, whenever I do those, people always want to know when the next one is. I always get repeat people that come. I have some in Oklahoma that I've done, and every time I come out there, all of my same people will come back to it. So it's a really easy way to fill a class because people love it.
Now, I can't remember. You charge them, right?
I do.
The $10
I do.
to cover. Yeah.
Because it's expensive and you're using your oils and you're using the, you're paying $60 for that kit. So I do recover my cost. I charge $10, but some people charge more, and you can certainly charge more because it's worth more than that. However, if you get a couple of kit sales off of it, then charging $10 was certainly enough, so, but it also helps to hold that place. So that's another thing that I really like about charging people for the DIY is that if they've paid, they're coming, so if you've had any experience with trying to book classes and having people not show up, that's a really nice way to do it is if they've paid, they're coming.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you guys don't have anything else, if you do, then definitely let me know. Get back to me after a while, okay? But thank you guys for coming on. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope you got some good information. And you guys enjoy the rest of your Thursday night.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.